and welcome back to the Mr. Brad Worden Show. And tonight, we are going to try a little pepper experiment. So some people have done this before, and I've never done it before, and I don't know how it's going to turn out for me here tonight. But Preacher Spice, he grew some ghost peppers, so he gave me, I think like 3 or 4 nice fresh ghost peppers. So this is a ghost pepper here. And ghost peppers are by far not the hottest pepper in the world anymore, but at one point they used to be the record for the hottest pepper. And anyway, in the experiment here tonight, what causes peppers to be hot is kind of their placenta or membrane that's inside of them. Some people think it's the seeds, and the seeds get really warm too because they're connected. If you ever cut open a pepper, the seeds are connected to the membrane, but it's not the seeds that cause the actual heat, it's that placenta membrane, that white part of the inner pepper. So my experiment tonight is to try and dissect this ghost pepper in a way to make it mild, like not hot or not as hot. So I'm going to try and dissect this. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to cut it apart, try to take the placenta and everything, wall, seeds, things that are connected out, rinse it off in a way to try and make it either not hot at all or less hot. So we'll see. I might have to take a trip to the sink too.
You do realize you're going to have to not have the membrane touch.
Well, I'm going to have to do carefully.
My uncle, who's a botanist, can do this.
Alright, well, it's going to be super hard because sometimes I go all the way to the outer wall.
Because my uncle, who's a botanist, has done this before.
I'd have to do it very... Oh, it's like all over too. This one's got a pretty big one, so...
Good luck with
that. So, yeah. This one is going to be a little bit hard, as you can see. It's got a pretty big placenta that coats the middle and walls of this pepper. So now the work begins here, which is going to be hard here because there's a lot to trim around, and I'm touching all of it with my bare hands here. But I will do what I can. I'll do what I can do here. Oh dear. I can even salvage like any of this without being hot.
You're gonna probably, or you're gonna cut your fingers off.
Cut my fingers off. All right, let's see. So here's some of it.
Oh.
I mean, I literally, I'm just gonna take it half apart here.
Oh my
I'm
word.
gonna have to like literally cut like all the insides out here. Then I'm gonna have to rinse it because now it's touched like everything.
I think this is not an easy pepper to clean.
No, this was kind of a bad choice of pepper to do this to, but don't worry here. Alright, it's getting there, it's getting there.
But you're touching the pepper outside of the pepper.
I know, I'm touching everything. Patience, my friend.
This is not going to work, people. Sorry, I have no confidence.
It'll work beautifully.
Until you eat it
Trust
and
me.
he's like on fire.
Well, I'm used to that anyway, so.
And then I will laugh and be like, ha ha.
Here, this part, I'm just gonna have to trim because it's just, it's getting there. It might be a little bit.
Dude, there's like nothing left to that thing.
Well, that's, you have to take it out. You literally have to take all of, I mean, it has to just be the
You're
outer.
like literally left with the skin of the pepper.
But that's what it is. I mean, the inside, this is the, I mean, all the inside's the placenta. It's the seeds, it's the placenta. I had to cut that out. I have to.
I didn't realize, but the
Don't have a
pepper has
choice.
no meat to it.
No, it's just pretty much the placenta, seeds, and then the outer shell, and that's what I'm going to have to
There's like hardly any.
try and go with.
There's hardly any flesh in that pepper.
Oh, yeah.
That's so weird.
All right, let's see if I can get this one enough off. This, I mean, literally it went all the way down to the bottom. I mean, like here's the bottom tail, and like literally it went all the way down into there. So, I mean, this one was a healthy pepper, if you will.
Good.
I'm just gonna have to turn that too. Okay, so this one still has a little bit.
You might have to chop that off.
Alright, I mean, this side's a little bit lesser.
But now you have the oils and stuff all over your skin.
This side's a little bit lesser. So now,
how's this going to work?
I have to take these and I have to go rinse them really well. Almost to the point where I may even have to, like, soap them, rinse the soap off, and hopefully not get a soapy pepper, because I'm now going to see if this works at all, and hopefully this doesn't backfire on me, because now the juices are all over.
Oh my word, you're
so
insane.
I'm taking just the pepper here. I don't know if you want to get me over here. So I'm going to set these here for the time being. Wash my hands as good as I can. Wash them for now.
What do you use? Dawn dish soap?
I don't know.
I wouldn't use that stuff because that stuff is like super strong and like florally.
Okay. I guess Dawn dish soap. Let me get a little cup or bowl or something here.
Oh my goodness.
Here's a little cup.
Usually I'm very supportive, everybody, of his experiment. That's concentrated. Oh my word. How much soap are you putting in there?
I'll just get a little bit. I'm just rinsing it. Just get some soap.
Oh, that's really soapy. Good luck. You're gonna get sick not from the pepper, but from all the soap you consume.
Don't worry. You're always so worried. Here we go. So I don't get it on my hands again.
What in the world is that?
It's an experiment. Let me be.
Oh my word. People do not try this at home.
Here's my peppers in the soapy waters.
Your pepper friends are going to so laugh at you tonight.
Good, I hope so. Alright, so let me pull them out and re-rinse them now.
Alrighty. I think he's lost his mind. Literally.
Well, they don't smell this hot. A little bit.
I don't know, just put Dawn dish soap straight on him.
How dare you? Okay, let's go over. Hopefully, it's hard to tell if they're soapy or peppery. It smells.
Well, now you just put them on the plate that you touched the capsation to.
Oh dear, now I'm gonna have to go rinse them.
What the heck were you thinking?
All right. Fresh pepper. Okay. Let me see now. How hot or not my ghost pepper skins is, with most of it cut out. There still might be a tick in here.
Why don't you just deep fry them and then sell them?
Slightly
salted ghost pepper
ghost
skins.
pepper crisper skins. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? See if this worked at all.
I'm still gonna laugh.
It's still hot, but I'm thinking it's more mild than it would be. Let me try this one. It's definitely more mild. It is hot still, but it's not as hot as it would have been like if I would have down the whole pepper.
Now, do you have a real pepper you can eat to compare it?
I could down the rest of this.
No, do you have another ghost pepper?
Like regular plain ghost pepper?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you need to experience. You have to like literally test your theory.
Sounds a little small, but alright. So better rinse this just in case. I don't remember if it's rinsed on the outside. So here's another ghost pepper. One from Preacher Spice.
Well, make sure your spice level goes up all the way, not building still.
So right now, after eating a ghost pepper, for most people, like if I down the whole thing, I would have said probably a 10 for an average person, and I don't know. We'll find out what this gets me to. But after eating just the outside of the ghost pepper, and prepared as well as I could get it, it only brought me to maybe like a 7 for an average person. Chili had not really to existence, so it still had some heat, took the edge off, but it was not very hot. So now
You gotta wait till you come down to make sure your experiment is legit.
I'm already coming down. It like went up a little bit, and it's already coming back down.
At least you probably get to a 0 at least.
So my experiment didn't work completely. I wasn't able to get the heat completely out. That was kind of the goal. But it was much less than what I believe than what it would have been, unless these ghost peppers aren't as hot as I believe in this one. But I'm guessing it's gonna get pretty warm.
Quick question: if you ate them all like that, would you be able to eat several of them?
Like, which way?
With soap?
You mean taking the insides out?
Yes.
It would have been much easier. Yeah, much easier to eat multiples or several than eating the whole pod itself. Now here is the whole, slightly smaller, but pretty ripe here. Here we go.
Have fun.
You can tell right away. It's got that. It's going to be much hotter. So the experiment actually worked because now my heat level is like significantly rising. Much more than the pepper with the insides taken out. Several times hotter. Let the heat rise a bit. Tongue burns much worse. Throat burns much worse. Still doesn't look like it's hurting me that bad. But now, for an average person, it would probably be like a 10. Instead of like a 7-ish for an average person, which would be manageable. The one without the placenta and insides, not a factor for chili head at all. This one, 10 for an average person. My heat level, probably around a 2 for, maybe not, yeah, I'd say about a 2 for a standard full ghost pepper. Probably about peak now. But the tongue burn and throat burn's much worse. So if you want to prepare them, I don't know, maybe more soap and water.
Why don't you just drink the soap and water and see what happens? No, just kidding.
That's not a pepper. Unless it makes the soap and water spicy.
Oh, I'm kidding.
So obviously, the experiment did work. Not quite as good as I wanted it to work. I wanted to get it to almost no heat, but the heat was much less significant when I chopped out all the insides here and then tried ghost pepper without placenta insides, membrane, and ghost pepper with everything.
Maybe you should try it next time with a Reaper.
I could try the Reaper test. Ghost pepper, I just had some nice fresh ones, so I decided to deal with the ghosties. Alright, well, thank you, Preacher Spice, for setting me up with this cool experiment and giving me some fresh ghost peppers from your garden. Appreciated. If you want to try this one, it's a fun one. My camera person thinks I'm a little crazy for trying it the way that I did. But it was fun. It was fun. Got a good burn here going now. Coming back down now. It's no big deal, but ghosty peppers. Spooky. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Have a good night on the Mr. Brad Worden Show.